This video is basically just me saying that your feelings are valid and to feel them for 15 minutes. So if you want to get anything out of this video, your feelings are valid, feel them, it's normal, you're a human being with emotions, and stop making excuses for yourself.
Is Olivia even a person? Is Olivia an emotion? Is she a place? We don't know.
Hey, I'm Olivia and you're watching Via Christina. So, funny story, yesterday I tried to film this video and it went like this. I wish I was kidding. Now this audio is gonna be crap. Dang it. Also, funny story, yesterday before I went to sit down to film this, the fire alarm went off in my building and I had just gotten out of the shower, so I had to rush and put all of my clothes on with my body like damp and then go outside in 40-degree weather. So yesterday did not go as planned. And that's kind of what this video is about a little bit, so it's a little bit ironic, but you know, life happens. Disclaimer, my skin is breaking out so bad right now because I tried a new product. I need to just stop trying new products because apparently my skin hates all of them. Watch my Curology video if you want to learn more about that. This is kind of a part 2 to my last blush and discuss video, so if you've never seen one of these, I just do my makeup and talk about things. And last time I went through and kind of said like I'm doing my concealer with this and now I'm doing my eyeshadow, and like I feel like the way that was set up was kind of getting in the way of talking. So this time I'm not going to say what I'm using, I'm just going to be doing my makeup and then I will list everything in the description for you guys. Like I said, this is kind of a part 2 to my last blush and discuss video, and that video was about breaking up with someone and kind of like the healing process of that. And the fun thing is you guys are watching me heal in real time. So I went through a breakup about 3 months ago, and you know, everyone heals differently, and I'm kind of going to make videos, I guess, whenever I feel like one needs to be made. I mean, this might be the last video I make. I don't want to just keep dragging along the fact that I went through a breakup. But not every video is going to be as personal as the last 2 that I made. I'm going to continue to make videos even just about random subjects. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about if you have any ideas. I'd love to hear from you guys. So as you can probably assume from the title of this video is about heartbreak, and it relates to me personally due to a breakup, but obviously, like I said, it can have to do with any type of heartbreak. And the reason I'm making this video is because I feel like it's not something that people talk about too much. I feel like a lot of people say, hey, something really bad happened to me, but just give me some privacy and let's move on. Because as humans, we don't like to talk about our emotions a lot of the times. We don't like to throw that out into the public. We don't like a lot of people to know what's going on with us. And I understand that that's a privacy thing, and I respect that. But I think that other people kind of get the wrong idea sometimes when they're going through something that they can't talk about it. And I think that we should encourage more people to talk about these things. I think a lot of the times people go through difficult things and they just start making excuses whenever they feel sad about it. And instead of saying, well, oh, I'm on my period, I'm emotional, or oh, I just had a bad day, I'm stressed, we need to start just realizing that you don't need an excuse to be sad about something that affects your life in a very negative way, or maybe it's not something negative, but it just has impacted your life. So the main reason I'm making this video is because something happened the other day that when it happened, I was like, why am I overreacting? This is stupid. But then I thought, no, I'm not gonna think of myself like that. I am a human being, I'm valid, I have emotions, and I'm gonna allow myself to feel those emotions. So the story goes that I was getting dressed for my day. I was so excited to go put on this sweater because I went home for Thanksgiving break and I didn't come back until January. I went home for Thanksgiving, through Christmas, everything. That's how our break was at my college. And this sweater has been sitting in my college closet since I left, and I was like, I haven't worn this in so long, I'm so excited. I go to put it on. It's a clean sweater, it's been hanging in my closet forever. And I go to sit down for my Zoom meeting for the day, and and I see this little hair, and I'm like, oh, like a hair. Like, I shed all the time, so I just thought, like, it's my hair, and I pull it out, and this is one of my ex-boyfriend's hairs. Like, and if you don't know me in real life, you don't know what he looks like. He has long brown curly hair. It looks nothing like mine. Like, it's just so obvious to tell the difference. And this just made me angry. I wasn't sad, I wasn't upset, I was just mad. I was just angry. Cause one, how did this hair get in my clean sweater? Like, he never wore it. And two, why? Like, I am one of those people that I take everything as a sign from the universe, okay? Like, everything that happens for a reason. Like, the universe is like just, you know, manifesting things. Like, the universe will do it for you. I'm that type of person. And so I'm over here like, what type of sign from the universe is this? There's a plane. And so I'm like, what kind of sign, like, from the universe could this possibly be? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, text him, I'm mad at you because you left a hair in my clean sweater? No, no one's gonna gain anything from that. So I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just gonna be angry. And the reason this made me so angry was because I have just been doing so well. Like, we broke up 3 months ago. That's enough time for me to heal. I've been doing school. I've been hanging out with my friends as safely as I possibly can. I got like 2 friends, love them to death. And I just feel like I've been doing really good. And so this was just like a little universe going, hey.
Hey. Hey. How y'all doing?
Remember this? Remember this thing? And I'm not gonna say that I forgot about it, but I've been living my life in a way that I'm not letting it affect me on a daily basis because you have to move on. And I like to think of this little hair as a speed bump or a roadblock rather than, you know, like, it's not the end of the world, but it was just like a little reminder of, hey, maybe you need to feel your feelings a little bit. You've kind of just been going 100 miles per hour down this road ever since you broke up, and like, maybe you need to take a break and stop and think about things. And so me being me, taking it as a sign from the universe, I'm like, fine, I'll go feel my feelings. And I'm a very sentimental person. Like, I haven't deleted any pictures yet. I haven't gotten rid of anything that he's given me. It's all in a box at my house. And I can't say that I'm going to go get rid of that stuff. I can't say that I'm gonna go delete all my pictures. I know I'm not gonna delete all of them for sure. I haven't done that yet. And I think that was kind of a reality check. Like, hey, are you even ready to think about deleting pictures? Like, and I'm not. And I think this whole time I've kind of just been like, oh, like, I'm good. I've moved on. I'm good. That's that. And this was kind of a reminder that it's only been 3 months and that it's okay to still be sad every once in a while. And so I went through some of my pictures that I have with him. Of course, now it's, you know, kind of sad looking back on it. And I can't even tell you the last time I cried before this. Like, I've been doing good. Genuinely. But I had a little cry. I had a little cry about it. And then I was like, why am I crying? Like, I'm too good for this. Like, I'm a bad bee. Like, we are not gonna do any of that today. And then I was like, no. I have feelings. And I'm gonna feel them. Because that is what you have to do. That is what human beings are supposed to do. We're not gonna suppress our feelings. We're not gonna fall into the, I'm just on my period, I'm sad. We're not gonna fall into the toxic masculinity. I'm just, you know, I'm a man, can't cry. None of that. None of that. We're gonna embrace our feelings. Because heartbreak is something where you have to embrace your feelings. You can't just lose something in your life and pretend that it's not gonna affect you. Like, that's going to affect anyone. Just like positive things affect you. If you get married to someone, that is a great positive change in your life, and you're probably going to be happier just knowing that that person is now your husband or wife or spouse, whatever. So allow yourself to have emotions. It's okay to be sad about something that really affected your life, even if it's years later, even if it's months later, even if it's just an hour later. And so obviously for me, my reminder, or this little speed bump that I like to call it, was a physical one. But everyone's gonna have those memories that come up in their head. Everyone's gonna have those intrusive thoughts. And it doesn't have to be a physical speed bump, but we all get those little speed bumps. Why is blending like that? So hi, there's a jump cut there, and it's 3 hours later, and I put mascara and eyebrow gel on and got out the door because I was touring apartments today with my friend, and I decided to film a video like in the middle of when I should have been getting ready to tour apartments. There's always planes. So obviously I already refilmed this once, so I don't want to just completely refilm. If I look different though, it's because I shoved mascara and eyebrow gel on and went out the door. I just came back here and tried to touch everything up so it looks like kind of how it looked before I went about my day. And I'm just gonna leave off where I was. So bear with me. So basically my main point is that sometimes we have speed bumps. What I am calling speed bumps in this video, you can call them whatever you like to call them. But we have those intrusive thoughts or memories that pop up, or, you know, whether that be through Facebook, Snapchat, or just in our heads, or a physical thing that reminds us of a hard time that we went through. And so obviously for me, it was a physical thing that happened, and I was like, this really sucks. I didn't want to think about this. But the good thing is, sometimes you kind of need to think about those things. And here's why. I think it's easy to use a metaphor of driving down the road because I'm trying to use the metaphor of speed bumps. It just makes sense to me. And so when these things happen, they slow us down per se. You know, like I said, I was doing so good. I've just been doing school. I've been spending time with friends. I haven't really been taking time to think too much about the breakup and process it. And this little speed bump slowed me down. I was going 100 miles per hour in this new direction. I was like, okay, that chapter of my life closed. I need to go and speed down this way. Why are there so many planes? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with jumping back up on your feet after you get knocked down. And I respect people who do that. I respect having the ability to go through a hard time and go back into life as, you know, like normal. But you have to take time to process your feelings. And I think a lot of the times we go, oh, well, that happened, I processed it, sure, I'm done with it, and then we move on. And so sure, I was fine, I'm fine 3 months after this breakup, but I hadn't really fully sat down and processed everything, and I still haven't. And it's gonna take more time. And so without this physical speed bump, I would have just been going 100 miles per hour down this road when I really needed to slow down, take a turn, and then make my way back up to 100 miles per hour. You can't just keep going 100 miles per hour when something tragic happens in your life, whether that's, you know, something like very serious or something that's very serious to you. Maybe others don't feel that way, but that's okay, as long as you are feeling it. You can't just keep going 100 miles per hour because that's a roadblock and you're gonna crash. So you have to take time to slow down and process these things. And whether that's, you know, once every couple of months, once every couple of years, you know, people who have gone through loss and heartbreak and tragedies have a lot of feelings about that, and it's okay to be reminded of them every once in a while and to be sad. I like to think of these speed bumps kind of as a reality check, to check in with yourself and to kind of check in with your emotions and how you're dealing with this thing that happened in your life, how you're processing it. If you're processing it, a lot of the times we just ignore it. We just go, wow, that really sucked, and then we move on. And we need to take time for ourselves and take time to process things, because if we don't process things, it's just never, it's going to be an unresolved conflict internally forever. And of course, I'm trying to broaden this. For me, heartbreak was due to a breakup, and I know that that's nowhere near as tragic as losing someone super close to you. But I think that the process of healing a heartbreak, whether it's losing someone from just your life or whether it's losing someone in general just because they passed away, we heal very similarly. People can have physical illnesses come on from a heartbreak. So I don't think that you need to ever ignore those emotions. I mean, science proves that you need to feel them because you will physically cause yourself issues within your body. Your body knows something wrong when your emotions know something's wrong. And I think a lot of the times people like to take the easy path because it's easy. But unfortunately in life, the challenging path is usually the one that leads to most success. And so confronting your problems is going to lead to the most emotional success within yourself. I know it's hard to confront problems, but what's worse is pretending they don't exist. I really like to think that to go through a hard time, we're just learning life experience. Like, I don't know why I thought of this, but Russell in Up, he was a little boy and he wanted his badge so bad, and he had to go on this crazy adventure with this old man who he didn't know to get the badge. And he earned something even better than the badge that he wanted, which was the Ellie badge. If you've seen the movie, you know that he had to go through all of this crazy stuff to earn success. And we have to go through things in life just like that to get to where we're successful and at peace with ourselves. So once again, I just want to normalize being sad. I want to normalize taking time for yourself and processing things, especially if you're going through something that is life-changing, because even though other people might look at it like it's not a big deal, it's a big deal to you. You know, whether you lost someone that's close to you, whether you're going through a heartbreak, you're going through a divorce, you're going through a job loss, things that are detrimental to you, things that affect you, other people might not understand how important that is to you. And so screw everyone else, take time for yourself, and process things. And there's no one right way to deal with your emotions, to process your emotions. There's a million things you can do to cope. The lighting's kind of changing on me right now because the sun's going down, so sorry about that. For me, one of the biggest things that I do to cope is to write stuff down in my notes app, whether it's just my feelings, if I'm just writing like a random song or poem, just to get what I'm feeling on paper. That's a great one. If you guys like journaling, I think journaling is a great way to do that. Talking things out with your friends and family is always a great way to express your feelings. And maybe if your friends and family don't understand, consulting a professional if you feel like, even if you don't feel like you necessarily need professional help, therapists are always there to help you. And if you find the right one, it's going to be so beneficial. I have never gone to therapy, but I will always recommend therapy to everyone. I think everyone can benefit from it. Personally, I've never had something so difficult in my life that I feel like I need to talk to someone about it. I've had a very fortunate life. I don't deal with mental illness, so I'm very lucky in that way, but I know a lot of people that do deal with mental illness, that do deal with things in their life, and I strongly recommend talking to a professional about those things. And then obviously, like, this is kind of my therapy, doing my makeup with you guys, doing my makeup in general. I love to create, painting. I think just creating in any way you can is a great way to get your emotions somewhere and into a positive thing. You know, it's putting your emotions on paper. It's just, you know, putting your emotions into a song, like whatever it is, whatever you're good at is a great way to get your feelings out there. And if you're not that much of a creative person, but you like music, I mean, even just making a playlist for how you're feeling. I make playlists all the time of, you know, I feel like every girl has their breakup playlist, their pumped up playlist. Like, I mean, maybe not. Maybe that's just me. I mean, I have a friend who literally has a breakup playlist and she's never dated anyone in her life, but when she breaks up with someone, she will be ready. And that's the point. But whatever you have to do to get yourself back on track is what you should do. I just realized I had something in my teeth this whole time. So this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for letting me do my makeup with you. Final concluding thoughts. Sometimes there's so many plain sounds. Final concluding thoughts. Sometimes you just need to stop, feel your feelings, find ways to cope with them, and then you can move on with your life. But you just need a reminder sometimes. And just a reminder that it's okay. So today I'm being that reminder. Take some time to process things that you've been holding out on processing. Take some time to stop and really think about things. Thank you guys for watching. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. That's about it. I'd love it if you guys could subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.